right now on 5 on Your Side at 10.
Demonstrations of goodwill toward men.
If this can have a positive outreach to one person, it can make a difference.
An area Muslim community giving back this Christmas. And
they belong to someone. They're clearly someone's memories, so they deserve to have this back.
A young photographer returns lost memories captured inside a thrifted camera.
It was a rainy Christmas out there, and we have more rain in the forecast, but some of it could mix in with snow.
Good evening and Merry Christmas. I'm Mark Maxwell. Tonight, a North County community is grieving the loss of a man who was fatally shot in a Christmas Eve shooting. Diamond Palmer has that story.
St. Louis County Police say on Christmas Eve they found 3 men with gunshot wounds in the 11,200 block of West Florissant Avenue. Police say their preliminary investigation reveals that an altercation happened inside of a business. The people involved went into the parking lot and it escalated into a shooting. All 3 men were treated for their injuries at a hospital, but 33-year-old Kenneth Covington died from his injuries later, according to police.
At this time, it does not appear that St. Louis County Police have a suspect in custody. Police say this investigation is ongoing.
On Monday, Covington's friend Shaquille O'Shea Lattimore confirmed Covington leaves behind a wife and 3 children. Lattimore didn't want to speak on camera, but described him as a family man, very supportive of his children, and an overall great person. Lattimore, too, was a victim of gun violence in October. He says Covington was his friend that checked on him every day when he was recovering. Former St. Louis high school football coach Carl Reed Jr. confirmed to 5 on Your Side Monday his oldest son was also injured in the Christmas Eve shooting. In a post to X, Reed says in part, "Thank you for all the calls and concerns regarding my oldest son, KK. He was shot last night and is in stable condition. He has a tough road ahead of him physically and mentally. We thank you for all the prayers. Please send prayers and support to the wife and kids of his older brother Kenny, as he did not make it. Kenny was always a stand-up guy, loved his brother, and was the true essence of what an older brother and father were supposed to be. He was extremely proud of KK and everything he has accomplished thus far." Reporting in Florida.
That was Diamond Palmer reporting. St. Louis County Police say an update will be sent out when they have additional information. Police do want anyone who has information about that shooting to call Crime Stoppers at 1-866-371-TIPS. Right now, a man is in custody for a deadly road rage shooting last night. Police say Angelo McNeil was driving on Interstate 70 around 10 o'clock when he and his passenger both opened fire on a red SUV. St. Louis police say McNeil admitted to accidentally shooting the person riding with him instead. That victim died. We don't know their name at this time. McNeil faces several charges, including second-degree murder. 5 people were shot in St. Louis this holiday weekend. 3 of them died from their injuries. The first shooting happening around 3:17 in the morning on Talmadge Avenue. It's about a quarter mile from Manchester and South Vanaventer. That's where a man was shot on his porch and later died at the hospital. The second shooting happened about a minute later on Minnesota Avenue and Potomac. A man was found unconscious and not breathing. Later, another man showed up to the hospital after being shot in the back. He told police he was shot on North Vanaventer Avenue. If you have any information regarding any of those shootings, again, call Crime Stoppers at 866-371-TIPS. With many traveling home from the holidays, COVID is also on the move. Right now, health experts are warning of a sharp uptick in respiratory illnesses. A new map shows flu-like illnesses registering at a very high levels across the South, with some activity trending up in the Northeast and in our region. An intensive care doctor told us people can take practical steps to protect themselves and loved ones this holiday.
Set yourself up for success getting vaccinated. Wear your mask, wash your hands, avoid touching your eyes and nose and mouth when you're in public. And I think those are the best things you can do to help stay out of the hospital, the ICU, and protect your loved ones.
With viruses like RSV and the flu on the rise, doctors encourage everyone to do their part in keeping people healthy for the new year. Well, it wasn't a white Christmas in the bi-state, but we did see a lot of rain and overcast skies. That didn't keep those families from heading out to the Steinberg ice rink. You can see it there, a little bit colder to strap on some skates today after an unusually warm Christmas Eve. You heard her there. She joins us now. Weather First meteorologist Tracy Hinson. It did cool off a bit today. Are we going to see something that looks a little bit more like winter
Yeah, exactly, Mark. We are going to see temperatures close to average, and we could even see a little snow. If we do see it on Wednesday, it will be a little late. But we did have quite a bit of rainfall that came through, even some sheets of rain as that initial system rolled through. So you can see this time lapse here with some pretty impressive rain that we had. We saw our creeks and streams rise with this as well. And behind us, oh, that's where I'm jealous of. Some parts of Nebraska and Kansas there getting a bit of snowfall, some fresh snowfall on Christmas. How magical. For us, though, it is dry and it is pretty windy. But as we head into Wednesday, that's when things do look a little interesting here. So here's that's time lapse here. That'll show just a little bit of rainfall, but also a little bit of snow mixing in. It'll just be a very much so a wait and see situation. Coming up, I'll outline exactly what you can expect as we head into Wednesday and just how long conditions like this might stick around for.
There were no pauses in fighting in Gaza on this Christmas Day, where more than 100 Israeli hostages are still held by Hamas. The health ministry there says 250 people died today, 500 others injured just in the last 24 hours from airstrikes. Palestinian Christians held a prayer service at the Holy Family Church of Gaza during the holiday. Signs of pain and protest were also visible in the city of Bethlehem in the West Bank. This twist on a nativity scene had no gold, frankincense, or myrrh, but rather barbed wire, brick rubble, and a burial shroud. Thousands of people normally tour the Church of the Nativity on Christmas Day, but only a few folks ventured out to visit that place where believers say Jesus was born. Somber onlookers said this year Christmas is canceled.
Where's the happiness here? There's no happiness. There's no children in the streets that are running and celebrate Christmas. No, everything disappeared this year.
Shata is just 14 and says she knows the weight of what's happening around her this holiday season. She says she's praying specifically for God to be with the children in Gaza. Pope Francis included sympathetic prayers in his Christmas message today, the pontiff calling on the Catholic Church to pray for Palestine, Israel, and Ukraine. He specifically compared children dying in wars, including in Gaza, to the little Jesuses of today. Closer to home, a group spent their Christmas Day giving back. It was all a part of the Muslim Day of Service partnered with Project Downtown St. Louis. 5 on your side's Mercedes McKay has more.
The simple thing of providing somebody a warm meal on a day that's normally, filled with joy and happiness, if this can have a positive outreach to just one person, it can make a difference.
On a rainy Christmas day inside this mosque in West Florissant, cookies were spread across the table and pies were baking in the oven.
There's been a lot of sadness going around in the world right now, and we wanted to give back in a way and bring some joy to the people of the local St. Louis community.
Hoping to spread that joy through a hot meal, the St. Louis Muslim community partnered with Project Downtown St. Louis.
Project Downtown started here in St. Louis in 2013, and it started with a weekly service that we would do where we would package and hand out over 100 meals every week.
Usually handing food out on Saturdays, the two groups partnered together for the first time to hand deliver food to homeless shelters on the holiday, as the need across the city only continues to grow.
A lot of people sometimes can't afford the basic necessities, and if something small like this can comfort somebody for a day and bring some happiness, I think that has a great effect.
An effect that not only impacts those receiving the food, but also those giving it.
To get together with friends and family and make something out of the day, it's a great experience.
Between the gloves, the hats, and the biscuits, everyone packing the meals hopes this is just the beginning of helping their beloved city.
The Muslims in the community do care, and we want to help out the St. Louis community and uplift everyone.
In St. Louis, Mercedes McKay, 5 on your side.
The St. Louis Muslim community plans to do future events on a larger scale next year. Everything they gave out today for Christmas was donated by the St. Louis community. In this season of Goodwill, a Goodwill store changed the lives of 2 local families thanks to a shared memory card from a camera. 5 on your side's Annie Krall captured the heartwarming handoff between an amateur photographer and a very grateful family.
Yep, that's our house. Originally from Chesterfield, Jordan, Vermont is a senior at Mizzou studying education and is a self-proclaimed amateur photographer. This is the Goodwill in Manchester, where it all started. Jordan and Sharon Vermont, her mother, decided to go shopping during Thanksgiving break for Jordan from Mizzou. She asked her mom if she could buy a camera that was more than 20 years old from the technology section.
And when we got home, she said, "Mom, there's a memory card in here." And I said, wow, I hope the people didn't leave pictures on that. I wonder what's on there. And we were joking. Some people were saying that we had talked to, oh, maybe you'll help solve a murder with these pictures. And we thought, oh, I certainly hope not.
Instead, it was full of someone's family photos from 2009. Jordan said she wanted to send these pictures to whomever they belonged to. So Sharon posted on Facebook asking if anyone knew these people.
If anyone could find who they belong to, it would be my mom, because she's just really good at that type of stuff.
But why didn't Jordan just delete the photos?
I don't know. I feel like if I had a camera that was out there that had my family photos on it, I would want them back. And I mean, they're from 2009, so I didn't know if some of the people in the photos weren't around anymore.
Jordan was right.
My dad has been gone for 5 years, and yeah, very sad. And then my aunt passed away 2 years ago.
Pat and her husband Phil bought the camera back in 2001. After cleaning out their basement in Manchester, they donated it to Goodwill in November.
I lost my mom 3 years ago, and I just was thinking, you know, if somebody had found pictures of her, I mean, I would be so grateful to get them.
As was Pat, who bumped into a friend she hadn't seen in 10 years at a local craft show. Then
2 days later, I get a text from her saying, is this your family? And I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, it is my family.
Social media, bringing together total strangers.
Definitely magical, and like I said, very exciting and just crazy. I mean, it's such a small world. It really is a small place.
She thinks of other people more than herself, and she was the one who said, Mom, we have to try to find out whose pictures they are, and that just showed me what a beautiful soul my daughter has.
It's you and your son. Aw, that's so cute.
Reporting in Manchester, Annie Krall, 5 on your side.
Retired, but not done working.
And what better thing to get on with than Habitat for Humanity?
One group of electricians using their downtime to help others build up a better life. Flight fiasco.
Just keep trying to keep a smile, keep a positive outlook.
How delays in Illinois airports might impact the rest of this busy travel week.